of our holidays and sales for holidays. This is geared to people who are entrepreneurs. You're selling your services, your products, and you want to capitalize on the holidays. So make sure that you bookmark and share this video so that you can, one, refer to it for yourself, but two, share it with other business owners who need this information. The first part was called the holidays and the sales and discounts that you should be offering. So it walked you through all the holidays from November to January and how you can structure your sales and your discounts and your offers to your clients. So if you missed that, go back in. The title is The Holidays and the sales and discounts you should offer. So you should be able to find that video pretty easily. So today we're diving into Singles Day because that was the very first holiday and not a big one that we celebrate in the US. So I want to make sure that I took the time to tell you what it's about, how you can capitalize on this. Now, this recording you might actually be watching on Singles Day or watching just after. So you probably need to take your notes so you're prepared for next year, but don't stay in the dark about this holiday, okay? Singles Day is the biggest sales day of the year by a huge margin. Okay. So just because you've never heard of it does not at all mean that it's small. It doesn't at all reflect the magnitude of impact and sales and money that is brought in on Singles Day. So when is it? Singles Day is November 11th of any year. So it's 1111 every single year. It is celebrated in China. Okay. So that's why we don't overemphasize it here because that's where it originated. And it is usually no less than like 3 times our Black Friday sales. So whatever you see reported as like billions of dollars spent on Black Friday, just know that a huge margin more was spent on Singles Day, 11/11. So, where does this holiday come from? What's the story behind it? All of that. That's what we're diving into today. So, you can better be prepared for this sales day next year. And if you have sales and specials going on and the ability to just say Happy Singles Day and target your client base, do it. Take advantage of it. So, as I mentioned, Singles Day is a holiday that's celebrated in China on November 11th. Unmarried people commemorate the occasion by treating themselves to gifts and presents. Okay. So, this is all about like, what am I buying for myself? Like over here, we're all like gift giving, what's for the family, what's for the kids. Singles Day is like, what is for me? Okay. And I think that's probably why the sales are so high because y'all know goodness well when you're shopping for the kids or shopping for family members, you always find something for yourself too. So this holiday is not taking any of that for granted. It's saying, look here, I'm single, or that's where it started, I'll say. And I'm buying myself a gift. I'm buying me what I want. And I won't at all say that people don't shop for the holidays and other things like that. But Singles Day absolutely is the roots of it is commemorating singleness, like you being a single person. So it is the largest online shopping day in the world, as I mentioned before, by a huge margin. So here's kind of the reason why it's on November 1st, right? So the date 11 of November, which is 1111, was chosen because the numeral 1 represents a bear stick in Chinese, right? So the bear stick was equivalent to unmarried, right? Because you don't have the branches yet, which represents a family tree. So you are just still a bear stick. So in Chinese, and I know this because my daughter takes Mandarin, most often, if they want to talk about a single, they have just one. And if you're talking about a group or a demographic, you just do that same symbol multiple times. So that's why you have 4 1s because that represents the demographic of the singles. Okay. So one single person, 4 means single people. So that's why you get the date 11/11, which represents Singles Day. So, how can you use this? If you have a business that is geared to self care, if you have a business that's geared to single people, if you have a business that's geared to anything that's kind of promoting the self or something that somebody should gift themselves or whatever it is, or even if you just want to take advantage of Singles Day next year as your kickoff to Black Friday and all the other holidays, as I mentioned in the previous video, then this is what you want to know. You want to know that 11/11 is a big sales day. Specifically, it especially in China, it's online sales, right? So nowadays we translate everything to everything, right? So if you have a store, I'm not at all discouraging you, but if you have an online store that you can gear to some items for single consumption, for self-care, for whatever else that you can kind of think of that goes with the theme of Singles Day, then I would strongly encourage you to do online promotions for Singles Day, which would be November 11th. So right now you may be looking at November 11th next year, and you want to use that to kick off your holiday sales. If you have a demographic who are if some of your clientele is Chinese or they are from that region, then they would be familiar with Singles Day, and it would behoove you to cater to them for a Singles Day sale. If you don't currently have that, I can promise you that people live all over the globe. So if you've never done this before, there are people who are likely listening to you in your audience who would appreciate and understand the value of a Singles Day sale. So, if you're not prepared for it and this year, definitely be prepared for it next year. So, put it on your calendar 11/11. We learned that the one equals a bear person, bear meaning without family, without the family branches, and 1111 is the demographic for all the singles. So keep it in mind. It's super catchy, but I've seen people's businesses go from like night and day. I mean, like you hear all the success stories and crazy things that happen here in the US or in other markets for Black Friday. Can you imagine what 3, 5 times that looks like for Singles Day? So if you've never paid attention, pay attention this year. Tune into some different channels and just Google Singles Day, see what the sales are like, because that's usually a good indicator to what we're going to see for Black Friday on much smaller scale. But if it's much higher than the year before, then we know Black Friday will also increase as well, probably at that same rate. You guys have a great day. If you have any questions, if this was new to you, drop me a comment and definitely share this with entrepreneurs that you know, because my goal is for us to all win. Okay. Holiday season is a great time for you to build your brand, build your community, and obviously make more money. So I want us all focused on that right now. It's the holidays. Even if you have not solidified your offer, you still have time to have a Christmas offer or a New Year's offer. Just don't sit back and watch this time go and just say, forget it, I'm waiting till next year. There's so much opportunity right here in front of you. Take advantage of it and then put on your calendar how you can do better next year. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Tanika D'Souza. My screen tells you I'm the 100K Challenge Chick. I founded the 100K Society, which is a business coaching group for entrepreneurs on aiming to make their first $100,000. I'm a first generation entrepreneur, so I know what it's like when you apply to other groups or you're trying to get business education and everything is literally going way over your head because this is not what you come from. I had a job and I had a vision to work for myself, and I have been able to do that. But at this point, I don't do any of it without mentorship. And you have to do the same. You have to decide, I need help. I need a place where I can ask my questions. I can get clarity. I can get motivation. I can get information. I can grow, learn, be built up, cry, vent, but also to have a group that's going to cheer you on. And that's what I do, is to give you the coaching that you need, but then you also have the community element. So 100K Society, check out the link in my bio. I am excited for you guys, for everything that you're going to accomplish this holiday, and I would love for you to clue me into what you're doing. If there's some simple tips that I can give you, recommendations, tools, things like that, I will do it. But otherwise, you can join the 100K Society for some good business coaching, community accountability, workshops, all that good stuff. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.